Greetings and salutations. Thought I would pull some cards. It's starting to drizzle now, but I'm gonna keep going because it's been kind of on and off for a while. We'll see if it gets harder. Maybe perhaps I will put some of these things in my bag so that if I do have to get up and go, I can just do that. But I'm at the park. I'm in Japan right now, and I decided to walk down to the park and just bring my sketchbook and draw some things, pull some cards and meditate. Just, been moving through some things recently, and just wanted, some time out. I came with the family, and we've been doing everything together, so just decided to take some time for me. And I'm sitting at the park and I was drawing, and there are these two girls, and they're doing some cartwheels and stuff in the grass and playing around. And I was over here and I noticed that they had noticed me like a couple times, and we kind of smiled at each other and stuff. And then at one point I turned around and it looked like they wanted to say something, so I kind of indicated that I was open for them to come over and to talk. And they had their phone with the Translate app, and it was that they were asking me like if I was okay, like they were just checking because I was here by myself, so they wanted to know if I was okay. And I just thought it was so sweet of them to come over and to check on me. I thought it was a really sweet moment, and just kind of that reminder that no matter what, wherever you are, whatever it is that you're doing, there's always support that's there. There's always those that are there and ready to help. If there's anything that you might need, you're never alone. No matter where in the world you are, there's always support that's there for you. And I just thought it was really sweet because it was they're maybe my daughter's age, maybe a little bit younger. My daughter is 14. They're between 10 and 14, but yeah, it was really sweet. But yeah, so I am gonna continue pulling these cards amidst this light, beautiful, refreshing, cleansing shower. It feels nice. There's a nice wind, and then the sun is like peeking out behind as well. Yeah, definitely been moving through so much recently, and feeling that heaviness, and I guess maybe it was apparent, maybe that was felt, and their intuition guided them to gift me with that moment. But yeah, pulling some cards right now for the collective, because I know that so many of us are moving through so much right now. There's so much happening in the world, so much that we're having to process through within our own immediate worlds. So yeah, just setting the intention to call in a message that's in the greatest and highest good for all of us, a message of peace, of clarity, of guidance, wisdom, whatever it is that needs to come through in this moment. Just calling in the presence of our ancestors, our guardian angels, our spirit guides, just feeling that presence with us right now in this moment, knowing that we are always held, we are always guided. You're never alone. And I think maybe that was a message that I was needing in the moment, you know? Because, you know, no matter how many people are surrounding us, sometimes we can feel alone. You know, we can feel alone in whatever it is that we're going through, what we're moving through. You know, feeling that fear of reaching out, you know, reaching out and asking for support when that's needed, you know. But knowing that it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to put ourselves out there and to be seen, right? Yes. All right. Just pausing in this moment and just allow yourself to set the intention to be open to receive whatever needs to come through in this moment, to be open to receive the message that comes through, any energies that are flowing through that are meant for you. Just set the intention to be open. Using my Light Seers Tarot deck. Okay. Alright. Pentacles. Page of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. These are the two that, I don't know, they didn't fall out, but they kind of, my hand kind of grabbed them. So we'll see. And then the card at the bottom of the deck, Six of Swords. Actually, this card just came up for me in a reading I did for myself, like before I started drawing and meditating. I pulled a couple cards just to see what was coming through. And Pentacles, you know, what is it that we're calling in? You know, what are we weaving? What are we creating? I'm not too well versed with the tarot, but just kind of feeling through what comes through for me in this moment. This idea of that internal weaving and what it is that we are weaving internally that is manifesting externally, and not talking about like the idea of manifestation or, you know, trying to manifest whatever, but just the idea of how our internal workings and how we are being and engaging and moving and showing up, and how that kind of informs what our external is looking like, right? What is it that we're creating on the outside? Our internal informs the external, you know, that idea of, my alarm went off, but that idea of as above, so below, as within, so without, you know? And then in this one, just kind of looking at the picture and that ease that he's sitting with, you know, just kind of relaxed and trusting and falling into the ease of things. And then Six of Swords. And I believe that this one is that idea of, you know, being open to receiving support, you know, allowing that support to come in, and yeah, being open to receive it. I'm going to read the messages because I want to be able to expand a bit more. Page of Pentacles we'll start with. All right. Light Seer, manifesting new opportunities, beginnings, good news, ambition, skills and training, financial opportunities, new career paths, new connections, exploration stage, a beginner, earth magic, making plans a reality. She holds her mandala with a curious heart and roots into the bedrock to begin understanding the manifesting essence that we all hold. Remember when you thought you could be an astronaut? Go ahead and ground that energy before it dissipates. We activate practical magic with our hopes, and we pull energy up from the earth to bring it to form. Progress happens one life stage at a time, and you must anchor into the details while simultaneously keeping your head in the clouds to dream. There may be pieces that still need to fall into alignment, but that doesn't mean that they aren't going to arrive. You're in the perfect place to figure out how to make your prosperity a reality. Seek confidence and dependability, and remember that you hold this power no matter where you stand today. New perspectives and upgrades of consciousness are on the way, so use your plans for the future and expedite its arrival. I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. Yeah, recognize. And I saw a video earlier today, and I was also talking about that idea of manifesting, and it's the idea that we manifest what we are, right? We manifest what it is that we put out. It's not a matter of just holding in our minds what it is we want to create or what we want to call in, or getting more money or more this or more that. It's not about material things, right? It's about how we are showing up, how are we being, what is it that you are putting out there, right? Whatever it is that we are putting out, whatever it is that we are emanating, that's what we're calling in, that's what we're bringing towards us, so being cognizant of that. King of Pentacles. Overflowing material abundance, patience and determination, a confident and warm leader providing for others, comfort and security, personal growth, goals reached, prosperity and success. Exuding warmth, the King of Pentacles welcomes you into his study for a heartfelt conversation about life. He's worked his fields, met his soulmate, found wealth, and now he looks out over his dream manifested as he offers you one of the tarot's most potent messages of forthcoming abundance and prosperity. The most important thing to be done is to enjoy it all, sweet seer. Enjoy every lesson, challenge, failure, and success. He reminds you to get clear on where you want to be, to plan and envision. There is manifesting power in the longing and so much joyful expansion as you bring your greatest potential into existence. Happiness happens when you do better than the last time, and in the pursuit of personal growth, allow yourself the extravagance of desire. The rest is a consequence of faith, steady habits, and the courage to cultivate enormous dreams. Dream your biggest light to life. I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. And sometimes, especially right now, when we look out at the world, it can be hard to, kind of balance these things, to balance this idea of bringing those desires to reality. But it's also about holding that light, holding that vision of light of what it is we want to create, the future that we want to create, the light that we want to seed, right? What we want to see not only in our personal lives but in the world around us, and recognizing that abundance and prosperity, it's not just about money, it's not about the things that we have, right? It's about the abundance that we are recognizing that's already here, that's present, and giving gratitude for that, right? And building within that, right? Within community, the abundance that is around us, the abundance of love, the abundance of life, of light, in everything that we see around us. and allowing ourselves to really connect with that. You know, and the final one, Six of Swords. Transitions, help arriving at the perfect time, rites of passage, healing, moving beyond trauma or shadows of the past, support from others, personal evolution, a spiritual transition or journey. You're moving through a period of realignment, and things can feel turbulent during these times of transition. Trust that a better future awaits you on the other side of this change. Maybe you're going through a rite of passage or an intense spiritual transformation. These experiences are profoundly personal, and you may feel alone right now. Even when it's difficult to accept assistance from others, remain open to receiving help from the most unexpected of places. Allow the gentle supports of the universe to move you through this ocean of evolution, and lean towards silver linings on the horizon. More sunshine? Yes, please. Sometimes we find ourselves adrift because we think we're ready to move on, but our heart is still anchored to the past. What old chapter needs to be closed? Chase guidance in the form of renewed hope and get ready to explore fresh beginnings on the opposite shore. I accept help as I easily cross this transition. You know, I think as a collective, we're in a state of transitioning. We're moving into a new way of being, you know. We are watching the world around us and all the chaos that is moving around us, and our challenge, our task in this moment is to find peace within that, right? To be the peace within that, to see what is happening in the world and to choose not to contribute to that in a negative way, not to contribute to that hate, not to contribute to the anger and the anguish, not to contribute to the grief, but to be a part of the peace, right? I saw this video a friend of mine shared on her stories, and it was just the idea of every day taking 7 minutes to meditate while envisioning just healing light around the world. I don't remember exactly what it was, but taking 7 minutes to meditate with intention, right? Meditate with intention of what it is we want to see in the world, right? Envisioning the world in the palm of your hands, right? And just setting the intention to pour light, pour peace, pour love into that, right? Envisioning that world just wrapped and encapsulated in love, in peace, in light, and trusting, right? Trusting that the power of your intention is so deep, is so strong, right? Knowing that there is so much power within that, right? And in the video, she also talks about the power of meditation and how, you know, when large groups of people are meditating with a common intention, that it has the power to affect real, tangible change in the world around us, right? Watching crime rates lower, watching wars come to an end, right? And it sounds fantastical, it sounds like magical thinking, but it's real, right? There is energy within us, right? There is energy that connects each and every one of us, that connects us to each other, that connects us to nature, to the grass, to the trees, to everything, right? We are all connected so deeply, right? So allowing ourselves to recognize that and to tap into that, right? To use that power that you have within you, that light that you have within you, and set the intention to infuse that into the world around you, right? Yeah. That's all that's coming through in this moment. Kind of felt like an abrupt stop. But yeah, those are the cards that came through, and that's my interpretation of them and the readings that came through. And you know, what came through for you? What is it that you're feeling in this moment, you know? So these are the cards. All right. Taking one last deep breath. Pausing in this moment. And just feeling into your breath. Noticing it as it moves in and out of your body. And just feeling into that light that is present within you. Feel that light as it expands within you, expanding from your heart space, stretching out until it surrounds your entire body. And just allow that light to continue to expand. And as it expands, it grows wider and wider until it fills the room that you're in. Until it fills the home, the building, whatever space it is that you're in. It fills all the rooms within that space and continues to expand out, stretching out across the neighborhood, across the city, the state, the country. Just imagine that light expanding until it's surrounding the entire globe, and setting the intention to share that peace, to share that light with all beings, knowing that all beings, regardless of race, religion, background, all beings are worthy of love, of peace, of liberation. And set the intention to call that in. Envision that. Envision a world of peace, of love, of free people in all places. Coming back to that breath. Just feeling into that light. And setting the intention to carry that with you, to share that in all spaces, at all times. Recognizing that you are a being of light. You are divine. You are powerful. Right? You are loved. And you're not alone. None of us are. And with that, in this moment, I believe I am complete. Sending so much love, so much gratitude.